Hi guys, it's been long without me updating anything. Trust me, being a full-time mom is a full-time job. I didn't know is this demanding, if I can put it that way. Okay, I wanted to share an experience. Actually, I haven't uploaded part 3 of my trip to Zimbabwe with my family. Yes, with my white man. He had a good time. He's looking forward to go back to Zimbabwe. I only show the other part of the rural life. I didn't show part of the Harare life, the city life. So I'm here to upload that video as well. I've been giving my baby 24/7 attention, full maximum attention. I can barely make videos. Now he's asleep, so we have some free time. Yes, so guys, I wanted to share about doing indrive business from experience. It's been 1 year now, 1 year plus, if I can put it that way. I've been doing indrive business in Zimbabwe, and I've been doing indrive business now for 1 year 6 months, and at one point I attempted to do mshika business. So I just want to share my experience with other people who are interested or who are looking forward to do that kind of a business when you are away. Okay, first things first, with indrive business, what helped me most is the tracker. I have a guy who does my car trackers. At first I had one car. I bought second car, third car, fourth car, fifth car, doing indrive business, but not all the money was coming from indrive. I added some money from my salary to increase the fleet. The idea was, if there are 5 cars, now I'll use the money into real estate, something like that. But that's a story for another day. So now let's talk about the challenges, what I did and everything. My first car was a Nissan 81, right? That's the first car. After I did some indrive, I also used that car to go for mshika highway, right? Exactly. I'll tell you the experience about that. Then my second car was a Nissan Mira. The third car was Nissan Daisy, then another 80 van, then a Suzuki. Yeah. So how long? Okay, I'll start with the indrive, then I'll talk about the shika part, the challenges, the advantages, and everything, right? Okay, let's start with the indrive. It has a lot of, I have a lot to say about indrive, because mshika I only did it for 3 months, 4 months only. Then I was like, no, this is not for me. And I was really pregnant, heavily pregnant by that time, so it was really stressing me much, not being away, not being around and stuff. So let's start with indrive. Indrive is actually a good business because you are using tracker. You know where your car is, you know where your driver is. But the only problem I did was, at first I didn't take deposits from drivers. So a driver can take your car, then say I'll cash after 7 days. When 7 days comes up, he doesn't have money. Oh, I have $30 today. Oh, I have $50. Oh, there was a police, and what are you supposed to do? By the end of the day, you're just going to take your car back, and it is what it is. You can't sue him, because at first I didn't have any documentation done. Like, what I would do is, I'll just ask my friend or my sister to go to check a background checkup where he stays, to make sure he's not a thief, So once I know where you stay, there's less risky that you run away with my car, especially if you have a family, you're settled there, something like that. I was very diligent with background check, but I wasn't doing the deposit thing. So yeah, it costed me much when the driver comes back and say I don't have money. But I was lucky enough, because 2 of my drivers, they lasted almost a year plus. Yeah, I had 2 drivers who lasted the whole year, Yeah, we had some few challenges here and there with my drivers, but it wasn't much. So with indrive, the whole secret is getting a good driver who will take care of your car as it is his, who will not give you stories like when it's day to cash, oh, I don't have the money, or there was a problem with the police and stuff. Just make sure your car has everything. fire extinguisher, everything. I mean everything, so that you don't hear these police stories time and again, right? Then the other thing with indrive is you don't know where they are parking. So at some point the drivers are not honest enough to tell you, I had not parked in the parking bay, so I had police on me, something like that. And I would advise people to go for comprehensive as well. Just go for comprehensive, because by the time you have a third part, if your driver is at risk, you are going to be paying, and it's just going to be a lot of stress if you are not in the country as well. What can I talk about indrive? I think it's a good business if you're not around. Trust me. I have my good friends, my sisters, my family around. I can ask them to do me favors, one or two, but it's more or less stress when you know you've got a driver, a tracker, and a friend managing and inspecting the car as well. It's not just a matter of him sending you money or him cashing without you also inspecting the car. At one point, I had a problem actually with not checking cars. I had to fix 3 suspensions at once, and trust me, I had to use about 1.3, yeah, for suspensions. Nissan mirror suspension wanted attention. Nissan Daisy, the parts you can't get them as well. They're expensive. They need to be. You need to move around the whole Kagovi. A diva needs suspension, and I'm just on maternity leave. I don't have money, and now this one car which is now working, that car which is now on the road, it can't fix all the problems. It just was a lot. I'm really stressed. What am I going to do now? I don't have money set aside. So it was too much, but it's business. By the end of the day, you have to do what you have to do to make sure all the cars are back on the road, right? So yeah, that's indrive business, but actually it really needs, it's not complicated, but you have to learn to study the system. A good driver, your deposit, car inspection every week, and give him your car maybe after you've really washed it, you have done your dashboard spray, and you tell him, I want my car like this every day. If you're not going to be clean, if you're not going to be very cautious with the car, I'm going to take my car back. So I think it will help. Know where your driver stays, because once you don't know where your driver is, you're going to give a thief your car, and they can do anything to do another book of the car. I heard it's not very possible. So due diligence is very nice. At one point I made a mistake of getting people I know. I say, oh, I'll give my relative. Oh, that's a whole lot of drama, because they can take advantage because you're a relative, or you're diaspora, or maybe you have the money, or you're a white man's lady, or a white man is man. Oh my god, a lot of stories. So let's just business be business. Do your paperwork, let them sign some contracts, and account for every money that comes into your business. Treat it as a business. Or if they're cashing every Tuesday, your drivers, or they're cashing, this money is for maintenance. When your car has a breakdown, you're taking from the maintenance box, because learn to partition your money. I have drivers who cash 120 and the others who cash 130. So just try to say these 20s are for maintenance, these are hundreds are maybe for savings, to make sure your money you have invested is you have it back, something like that, right? Then at one point I had a problem with new drivers who doesn't have experience on indrive. Yeah, although they want to really work, they'll send you, oh, sister, oh, madam, can I have a chance? I want to cater for my family. But business being business, it's so risky as well. I know everyone was once a learner, but you end up being disappointed. they don't cash, they damage your car, they're taking rides for less money and mileage. So one thing about mileage, one thing about mileage is if you don't tell them maybe 200 kilometers per day, what drivers do is they'll just end up driving, and by the end of the day it's you who has to service the car, maybe a lot of mileage for less money, which is not going to be very profitable for you. So I really had a long way to learn. More cars, more stress, trust me. But by the end of the day, I think it's very good for someone who is also around, or for someone who has now the experience. I was just increasing the fleet, but I didn't have any experience, right? So it was a long way to learn. A hard way. I learned the hard way, if I can put it that way. Yeah, but for every business you have to learn. I just think I like transport business. Maybe I like the stress that comes with it because I've been doing trucks lately. Now I'm doing indrive, these cars, small cars. Maybe at one point I'll be doing bikes. Just anything to do with transport, it interests me personally. I don't find it stressful or boring, but I find it I like to learn more every day about it. Maybe the stress that comes with it. Maybe if I go into Makombi, I'll also learn new experience, something like that. But being what it is, it's a good business. It didn't keep me idle, especially being home all day doing nothing. I just have to check what's going on. But it's also stressful when now there's breakdowns, there's police and everything, and you're being stressed. The phone call, what do we do? Oh, the car is impounded. It's a lot, trust me. Then let me talk about shika. I took one of my cars, a van, and I put it on the road, Harare to Nyamapanda. And I told my driver, you cash at least $50 per day, right? Which is okay. That time fuel was not yet that expensive like now as well. So you just do one trip, Harare, 4 a.m. from Nyamapanda to Harare. By 7 he's in Harare. By 1 p.m. he's back, right? That's it. You have your $50. So if you go to the calculator, it's very juicy money, trust me. Because maybe you say 5 days, it shows 1 day is for him, then 1 day is off. Or maybe 6 days, it's your day, 1 day, or 1 day is his. Either way, the agreement goes with you, with your driver. So what I was doing is I was saying 5 days is mine, 1 day is for the driver, then 1 day is off, right? So 5 days you get $250. Maybe if 1 day brings $40, $45, there's not much difference because you're getting maybe $240, $230, right, in a week. So if you do the maths, $250 times 4 weeks, which means you're getting $1,000 a month, right? Okay. Then but now the thing is, that's the good part, that's the juicy part. You're getting $1,000 a month. Unlike on indrive, maybe you're getting 520, 530, right, per month. Maybe with one car, because I'm just comparing one car, right? So let's say you're getting 520 with one car on indrive, 1,000 on mshika, right? But is it worth it? Getting 1,000 a month, 900 a month? It's not that. Yeah, it's very nice. You can get your 1,000 first month, 1,000 second month, but before you know it, your car is dead. Suspension needs to be fixed. You don't know what your driver is carrying. At one point, my mom had to call me. Where is your driver going with things on top of the car? He said, and then I called him. Hey, what was going on? Then he was like, oh, there were solars. I had put, they were not heavy, something like that. But you know how it is. Mom will be like, I want those cars to stay intact. She's looking out for you, but the drivers, they don't care at some point. So you don't know what they're carrying. Because what they're interested is they just want to give you your money. And they'll get their money on their day as well. So it was nice until they started telling me, police, because there's some money, like they live on the road every day. Yeah, that's it. But now they'll be like, there's an operation, the car is impounded because like you don't have an operator's license, which is true. And to get your car back, maybe you have to pay $70, $120, $130, you get it. So you end up using a lot of money. So I think it's a good business, maybe if you're doing maybe with a big car, maybe with a combi. Yeah, maybe. I think I would want to try one combi. So I don't know. If you have any advice, please just put in the comment section what it is like to run a transport business with a combi. Mshika is nice, but it comes with a lot of stress. The police, they cancel. The Sungwa, when I was loading, was not on the loading bay. The car, there's an operation. Motor is now in Murewa, Yararaba Murewa. Oh, the Sungwa Highlands. It's just police. So at some one point, I wish I was around, maybe, I'll go in person and say, let's talk about it. My car was impounded, ABC, but now I'm not around. At one point, I just have to ask my dad, oh, where are you? Please, can you go? My car is impounded. Then he has to leave whatever he's doing. Then he goes, oh, the car is in Mtoko. He drives to Mtoko to get the car back. So it's just a lot of stress. So with indrive now, like I've said, I've more than a year, 1 year, 6 months doing indrive. You just have to sit down and strategize. If it's indrive, what are the risks, and for how long will you use your car, and for how long will you have your money back? So let's say maybe it will take you 10 months to 12 months to get your money back. You have invested in that car. Maybe the next year is for your profit as well. Maybe you just need to use the car for 1 year, 6 months, 2 years, then you sell it. I think that's the best way to do it before it starts giving you problems. So I'm still learning. I'm still new in the game. I'm learning every day. I'm trying to implement new things. I'm trying to strategize how to see how it goes. I'm a shika quick money, but your car won't last. So maybe if you say you bought an A-Div maybe for 6.5, 7,000, then you're getting your money in 7 months. Maybe for the 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, for the next 5 months, maybe it's your profit, then you let it out. A-Div are not good cars because their gearbox is not nice. So that car I used for mshika, I had to buy a new gearbox, and that gearbox had to cost $1,100. Suspension needs to be fixed. So I was like, no, I'm not up for this stress, right? So just to choose your battles wisely. indrive has its own problems. Mshika has its own problems. But by the end of the day, we need to stay in business. Yeah, so far so good. That's it. You just need to have someone on the ground who's very accountable. I'm very lucky enough. I have my good friends who do my accounts, who inspect the cars, who looks up, oh, I don't trust this person, or I'm going to check this person's house, because you're not around, so you have to trust someone. One thing I like about my trackers, I can cut the engine off, and like if you see this driver is not complying, you just cut the engine off. You won't go anywhere. You just have to let someone go to your car, you unlock the engine, then that person can take your car home. But do I tell the drivers if the car is a trick? I'm sure they know. You just have to make sure you're not giving a thief your car, because they will remove the tracker and you won't find them. So business is gambling, but don't give up. Any questions, put in the comment section, but I'll promise to update more. Being a mother is not easy, but I'm trying. Now my baby's asleep, so mommy's doing some videos. By the time he's up, then I don't have my phone anymore. So all the best to those who are doing business, and any advices I'm taking is, so I really like transport business. Just working on few projects, but I hope one day I'll be like a transport guru, because I now have experience with trucks. I now have experience with indrives, mshika, shika. I'm still yet to get experience. I'm learning. I'm still yet to get experience with bike. So guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and also if you want any pickups, any car hiring, I've showed you the cars that are available. Just inbox or just text, then I'll make sure the car is available. Yeah, that's it. Any airport pickups, I'll check to my drivers. There's a client. Yeah, but I appreciate you. I'm still learning in the business. I'll be sharing with you more experience as well. I think now I want to experience a bike, and if God blesses me enough, maybe a combi as well. Then we talk about it. It's all about learning, right? I'm signing out now. I have to relax before this baby's up. Thank you for watching.